Hello everyone, my name is Rakshit Rishi. I'm from New Delhi, India, and for the firm analysis for MBA 660, I've chosen to do it on the company eBay. As we all know, eBay has been for many years one of the most familiar names in the online marketplace. It is an American multinational e commerce corporation that's based in San Jose, California, and facilitates in consumer to consumer and business to consumer sales. For this paper, I've chosen to do analysis on the company based on platforms like the SWOT analysis, the trend, the firm level trend analysis, and also analyze the company based on the internal and external factors that are present with the company. Let's start with the current situation analysis. So basically, eBay is one of the most popular online marketplaces for the consumers. Last year, it had a total of 1.2 billion listings at one time and around 179 million active users. Just in the last quarter, the fourth quarter of 2018, it earned a total revenue of $2.9 billion and has a total employee strength of 14,100. Now for the analysis, let's start with the SWOT analysis, which is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of eBay. The main strength of eBay is its leading global presence throughout the world. Like everybody around the world knows what eBay is and how it works. Another strength is the strong customer business model. Basically, eBay acts as just an online intermediary, and any seller can interact with the buyer directly without any interference from eBay. Uh, the online payment system that is PayPal, that's been chosen by eBay, is specifically for eBay and helps eBay in a lot of commission work that uh, another strength of eBay is the zero inventory that's held by the company. Basically, eBay just acts as an online platform and it does not have to hold an inventory like online retailers like Amazon and Flipkart. The main weakness is the recent issues of counterfeits and hacking that have been happening on the eBay platform. A lot of sellers are not being checked by eBay, and a lot of counterfeit items have been sold to the buyers. The main opportunity for eBay is further acquisitions of smaller companies that are getting up through technological advancements. The potential customers with the new and emerging markets, the South Asian countries and the South American countries as well. The increased use of internet and mobile apps are also a great opportunity for eBay to further acquire the potential market. Another opportunity for eBay can be to become a retailer like that of Amazon and Flipkart and Alibaba and stuff. Is an online platform which allows sellers to sell it to the buyers, but we can also see eBay as developing into a retail brand. It totally has the capacity to do that. It's a global recognized brand already, so why not? The main threats are the competition, like Amazon, which is building up to be one of the biggest brands that we've ever seen. The local and regional competitions are always there, especially in the new emerging markets like the South Asian markets. I mentioned earlier, like countries like India and China, they have their own regional companies that take care of the cultural and social factors while selling it to the Indian population. Now, for the firm level trend analysis, I have chosen eBay, Microsoft Corp, and Aramark as the three companies, and the four ratios I've chosen are the current ratio, quick ratio, debt equity ratio, and interest coverage. Now, when I was comparing these three companies, I realized that Aramark compared to eBay and Microsoft is a smaller company, and its ratio have been pretty small. However, when I compared eBay and Microsoft, the one thing I realized is that just 4 years back, eBay was doing better in all the ratios as compared to Microsoft. However, since the last 4 years, for some reason, eBay have fallen down. drastically, and Microsoft has taken over the market. Now, for the management problems, basically we'll be talking about the external environmental issues and the internal environmental issues within the company. So, the external environmental issues are basically the PESTEL framework, which means political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal factors that play a huge role in the in the working and functioning of eBay. The main external issues that I realized eBay is facing are the political and legal factors. Basically, eBay works globally, and all the countries have their own policies and their trade agreements with the countries. So sometimes eBay gets into trouble for not checking up on the sellers, on the kind of product they're selling to the buyers, or on the buyers what kind of product they are getting into the country or trying to get into the country. These transactions have been putting eBay into a lot of trouble recently. So I think eBay needs to check on its uh, political side of the pestle factors, basically trying to get more laws and the policies covered as much as they can before they allow any transaction to happen. Another external issue is of the technological factor. Uh, being a global company, eBay has to constantly keep itself in check when it comes to technological advancement. Companies like Amazon, Flipkart have taken over acquisitions over a large number of companies over the years, which help literally which have literally helped them take over eBay as a recognized online platform. Uh, Now, another technological issue that eBay have been facing is of hacking and counterfeiting. As I mentioned in the weaknesses and threats, uh, eBay really needs to use the technological advancement, or maybe acquire some company that will help eBay in the online security, because buyers have been constantly complaining about the credit card information being stolen on the eBay platform. So this can turn out to be a really dangerous situation for eBay compared to all the legal actions it's already been facing from a lot of buyers recently. The internal environmental issues. So basically, the internal environment of eBay consists of all the internal departments of eBay, which includes the leadership in the faces of the CEO, the corporate culture, the organizational structure, uh, the research and development, marketing, finance, accounting. All these departments constitute the internal structure of eBay. The main issue or the weakness that I've seen with eBay is the organizational structure of eBay. Basically, eBay has centralized itself in North America and Europe. eBay needs to realize that decentralizing itself from these countries into the into the growing economies of the world, like the South Asian markets, as I mentioned before, China, India, Thailand, all these countries, these are like the growing economies, and eBay needs to realize that decentralizing itself from North America and Europe into these countries will help them get a foothold in the new markets. Another internal issue that we can see in eBay is the innovation capabilities of eBay. This basically relates to the leadership in eBay, because eBay started in 1995, and since then until 2019 it is working on the same pattern, like the same online uh, intermediary it's trying to provide to to the sellers and the buyers. eBay needs to get out of it, because as we see in the firm level trend analysis, that all the ratios until 2010-12 were like good, but since then it has been falling down drastically, because majorly because of the new companies uh, that are coming up, like Amazon, Flipkart. All these companies are basing its uh, uh, are constantly trying to change according to the patterns of the new markets. Like, they are not just having themselves as a platform for the transactions to happen, but also acting as retailers. uh, eBay needs to realize that it has to come out of the bubble it is in right now, uh, of just the staying into the fight and or the competition as an intermediary. eBay needs to get up and uh, change its innovative policies, or do something with the leadership, that so that the new ideas can come up and eBay can get on with the uh, or we can say like the downward slope that we see in the ratios. If eBay needs to move them upwards, they need to do something with the innovation, because they haven't been seen to do anything about their format recently. The future of these mentioned problems, I mean, the political and the legal factors can be easily done. They just need to change some rules and regulations in their policies. That is the only issue that we can see. With that, with the technological advancement, acquiring new company or security policy that could help them in tackling these hackers, because a lot of hacking issues have been brought up against eBay recently. With the internal environment, the organized structure, as I said above, they need to decentralize themselves away from just North America and Europe, because the growing economy right now is the South America and Southeast Asia. Now, to conclude the whole project, I would say that eBay was, when it started, was a unique company, but now it's just sticking to the same patterns that is it has been following since a long time, which has resulted in a lot of how to say, like a downward slope for the company. If it needs to get itself up, it needs to change in the policies that it has been doing, in the innovation strategies it's been following, and the counterfeiting and the hacking problems. Thank you so much, and I hope you really like the presentation.